What's up, YouTube? Welcome. Welcome back to the Saving Men's Lives Network. Today, fellas, I wanted to reach out to you guys who watch the content. Thank you guys for being here. This one goes out to my guys in relationships or recently just got out of one. And I wanted to give you guys some information that maybe you knew, or if this might be the first time you ever hear it. That women leave before they leave. And that's not as obtuse as you might think at first, because here's the deal. When a woman gets with the guy and they demand a relationship out of him and he goes for it, what often happens is you guys find yourselves in a good spot at first. She's on your best behavior. She's on her best presentation. Sex is regular. It's pretty sweet. You're happy, she's happy, at least on the surface. And then over time, it could be a couple months, could be a few years, decade in some of you guys' cases. All of a sudden, things start going a little crazy. What's happening is a combination of factors. The first of which being a woman, especially if she's even medium attractive. I ain't saying a dime piece because they get attention everywhere they go. But I mean she's medium attractive. She's good enough looking. Her figure is good enough. You know, it's enough. It gets the job done. A lot of guys are extra thirsty guys, you know this. So the girl you claim is yours is gonna constantly be getting all kinds of attention. And this is over and above social media. We already know what a cesspool that can be. But out here in real life, if she's working, she's got coworkers and customers and suppliers. If there's a place she works with, there's a truck coming every week to bring them whatever they sell there. You know, there's men all over the place who want a piece of the action. Some of them will know she's in a relationship, some won't, and there's some who know but don't care. And all that free attention, all that free validation, which for a woman will always be more important to her than your love will ever be, because your love simply cannot compare to free attention from other men and validation. What she'll do, because of her innate hypergamy that exists way down in her bone marrow and her DNA, is she'll start looking at her life as it is with you, and she'll start asking herself the most dangerous question ever pops into a woman's mind. That question being, can I do better? When she asks herself this question, she'll start looking around at her options. And if she sees an option she thinks is superior to the one you represent, she will start doing a couple things. She'll start being a lot more complacent. All of a sudden, out of thin air, what used to be just fine is now no longer good enough. She'll start to invent arguments out of thin air, like abracadabra, hocus pocus. And you're wondering, what is going on with this woman that I love? Why is she behaving in this manner? Why is she being this argumentative asshole all of a sudden? Well, women have a very difficult time. They'll cheat on you. Don't misunderstand what I'm about to say here. They'll cheat on you with no problem. Very little conscience, because they'll make the decision that it's your fault anyway. But for the women who, in their own minds, have morals, they'll do it a different way. So they won't actually cheat on you yet. But what they'll do is they'll set the stage. They'll set the stage with conflict. Out of nowhere and literally for nothing. But for her, this is necessary. Because before she can attach herself to the new guy she thinks is a better option than you, she has to first make herself believe You are the bad option. And the only way to do that, to a guy who's been there for you, to a guy who's listened to all your boring ass stories, to a guy who's sacrificed his time, his money, his attention, and yes, his commitment, you have to devalue that man. You have to be angry at that man, because it's through the anger that changes can be made. After all, if this guy I'm dating, engaged to, or married to is a bad guy, if I chose incorrectly, then there's nothing I can do to this guy that he doesn't deserve. Now, for some of you guys, you're going down memory lane right now. You live this. And so what happens is she becomes this argumentative, combative, unrecognizable person. And then she leaves. She goes off with the next guy. Please understand, fellas, if nobody ever told you this, let me be the first. The day you and your girl broke up was not the day you and your girl broke up. The day you and your girl broke up was actually months before. But because women are natural cowards and naturally non-confrontational, especially when they know deep down what they're doing is dead wrong, but the impulse to chase hypergamy is so strong it overwhelms what should be wise decision making. You didn't break up that day, bruh. If it was Monday, June 1st, that wasn't the day your relationship came to an end. It was somewhere around January 15th that one of her coworkers who works out, got a decent car, and is upwardly mobile within the company, told her hair was nice that day. It was back around March the 12th when the UPS driver who could squat 650 pounds for reps dropped off a package at her mom's house when she was there. She had to sign for it, and he had a pleasant smile. Crest White Strips approved. Or any other of a host of different encounters, bruh, that you knew nothing about. And she certainly wasn't gonna tell you. But she got his Instagram. From there, led to the DMs. And then you're wondering why the breakup happened on a Monday, and she's in a whole new relationship by Thursday afternoon. All on social media, couples pictures, at dinner together, sitting on his lap. And you wonder, damn, how'd she move on so fast? Well, it wasn't fast. It took several weeks. It took several months of prepping him in the background while telling him all your secrets, while painting you as the worst guy since AH in 1930s and 1940s Germany. You're the worst thing since Darth Vader, Attila the Hun, and AH all rolled up into one, to hear her tell it. And he has been the perfect fall guy for this whole scheme. Oh, girl, I never do you like that. He didn't buy you that thing you wanted. Oh, girl, he just slipping, that's all. You know I got you. And she slides right on in there, leaving you in the wreckage. My advice to you fellas today is to be encouraged. Because the faster you understand that she's here for a good time and not a long time, the better off you'll be. We as Western men, now if you guys watching this content in the East, shout out to you. Hopefully Google Translate can serve you well to get this message. But for you guys living in the English-speaking West, I just want to say, listen, the faster we as men begin to train ourselves, our sons and our nephews, to treat women the exact same way we treat rental cars, enjoy them while you got them. But trying to keep it long-term is expensive. And if you know really what's good for you with a rental car, you just give it back when you're done. You don't crash it, you don't nick it, because then you miss out on your security deposit. But you return it with the gas tank full. You give them back the keys, you shake their hand, and you thank them for the time. It's real simple, fellas. When you find the opportunity to chase women, you need to stop and ask yourself, should I be chasing my purpose instead? Because if you chase your purpose, the women become a side effect of your success. With that said, gentlemen, that's my time. Like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. Share this message with a friend. Somebody you think could benefit from the message we put out here. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Till next time, fellas, it's the Saving Men's Lives Network. Plenty more to come.